I'm the Vice President of HR with the company. I am honored to have all of you guys here, and I have the esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. Doug Smith.
So the mayor's telling me I got to wait for the music to turn off. All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Mayor.
You have to sing.
I don't sing well. Well, good morning. And I've got a great role today, which is to introduce Chelsea Jenkins. But for those of you that don't know the Hampton Roads Alliance, we are the region's economic development organization supporting the 14 cities and counties here. And we've had about 80 businesses that invest in us, and we're thrilled to do the work that we do. We're also thrilled to be here with Lions and understand and appreciate the investment that we have. We were talking earlier that we talk a lot about diversifying our economy, but at the end of the day, we're a maritime industrial base, right? And what you all do is part of our DNA, and helping you all grow and prosper is part of what this region needs to make happen. So we're thrilled to understand the hundreds of well-paying jobs that are here and will continue to be here and will grow and move this region in industries for defense and alternative energy that frankly are critically important to our region, to our Commonwealth, and to the nation. So with that said, I've got a fantastic job, which is to introduce a great partner, Chelsea Jenkins. Chelsea is the Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade for the Commonwealth of Virginia, with 20 years of proven experience in the energy, mobility, and advanced transportation technologies industries. Chelsea Jenkins excels in high-pressure environments. I know her as a person of high integrity who achieves positive outcomes through her thought leadership and outstanding interpersonal skills. She's a graduate of James Madison University, and most importantly, she resides here in Hampton Roads, Governor, Virginia's best region for business. All right, please join me in welcoming Chelsea Jenkins.
Thank you, Doug. I have a new bio, I think, that you just wrote. It makes me sound a lot better than I am. Well, good morning. It's just so wonderful to be here. For many reasons I don't have the time to go into, and I don't want to steal the thunder from all of the incredible speakers to follow, but Hampton Roads native and born right here in Norfolk, and so have a deep appreciation for companies like Lyon Shipyard that have remained committed and invested in our community and our region and Commonwealth for almost 100 years, which is truly remarkable when you think about it. I also have a son that is a welder, and we've been talking about the fact that there's a job fair coming up here, so I'm going to send him right over next month. But as Doug said, I've worked in the energy field for over 2 decades and actually worked on some of the original offshore wind analyses and research projects when CVAL was literally still a dream on paper. And so it's very gratifying to see the industry emerge, but really Virginia emerge as one of the leaders in supply chain attraction. And we hear it everywhere that we travel. And so it's so exciting to see it take off and the position that Virginia is in. But the most important job I have is to introduce Governor Youngkin. And I met the governor in 2021, and I just felt he was different. I knew right away, and I literally felt the difference. And my intuition proved right. And I have to say that all of us on the team, we feel he's one of those rare leaders that takes a common sense and data-driven approach to decision making. But most important for us, he creates the space for us to find the both-and solutions instead of the either-or, which has been very refreshing and motivating. And so it's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our governor, the best governor, Governor Glenn Youngkin.
Thank you. Okay, folks, good morning. I have one basic question. Who drives that? Because I want to ride. That is one of the coolest pieces of gear I have seen in a long time, and it does exactly what it says on the side, boat lift. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today. What a great day to be in Norfolk, home to the greatest Navy the world has ever known, right here in Norfolk.
And we all know that all roads lead to Hampton Roads. And finally, Virginia is where the reality of our future is coming home, and it is brimming with opportunity. I'm so excited. This is the second time this week I've been in a ribbon cutting here in Hampton Roads. There's so much going on, and that is so exciting. So on behalf of the Commonwealth, I want to thank you all for coming out and celebrating this momentous occasion. See, here we have a company that has thrived right here for nearly 100 years. It's a company that, in fact, today will make a huge announcement, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and make it, that there is going to be an investment of $8.5 million, creating 134 new jobs. Thank you, Lyon Shipyard. So the president, George Lyon, is unable to be with us today. He sent his warm regards to me, and I just deeply appreciate it. He's been leading this incredible operation for 50 years. And George's father, who founded the company, I know would be so proud to, one, see his granddaughter, but also to see so many Virginians working hard to support our maritime industry, to support our military, to support commerce right here on this 30-acre spot on the Elizabeth River. How much fun is that? That is just so exciting. None of these events come together without a huge amount of effort by lots of people. And so first, we of course are going to thank Lyon Shipyards, but I also want to thank Mayor Alexander. Thank you for your leadership. It's amazing. I want to thank the city of Norfolk and all the work that goes on. I want to thank my friends who work with me in the General Assembly. I want to thank the economic development teams, both here locally, but also at the state. I want to thank the Hampton Roads Alliance, and I want to thank the Port of Virginia. Woo! So Stephen Edwards, who heads the Port Authority, does an amazing work. And the Port Authority is such an engine. It's an engine not just for Hampton Roads, not just for Virginia, but for the nation. And at the heart of it is a vision that commerce should come through Hampton Roads, because when we say made in America, we mean made in Virginia. That's what we mean. This expansion that this substantial investment is going to enable is only going to broaden the reach of not just Lyon Shipyard, but broaden the reach of all of the vessels that you maintain, all the vessels that you ensure can travel up and down our waterways. You see, this is part of our commitment to excellence in the maritime industry. This is part of the reason why Virginia, and particularly Hampton Roads, is growing. This is part of the reason why we can make one basic claim, that America's legacy is fostered and underpinned by the great, great connection between our maritime industry and the rest of the world. Lyon Shipyard stands out in this field not just for superb craftsmanship, but an approach grounded in relentless aspiration. This company services commercial and government customers like the U.S. Navy, maritime work in electronics repair, barge repair, pier side repairs. And let me tell you, you're lifting up big ships, and I'm looking forward to being qualified to drive that thing. You provide our brave men and women in uniform with the best ships to fight our enemies. You complete underwater repairs and fixing propellers and tail shafts and rudders. You, in fact, lift up boats and propel us all towards a safer, more prosperous future. I got to tell you, if you work for Lyon, raise your hand and let us all thank you for the amazing work that you do. We also are seeing in the next chapter in our maritime industry written right here, this emerging industry, this industry where Virginia is leading not just the East Coast, but the nation in offshore wind development. We are going to see a thriving hub of activity, and we're going to see Lyon Shipyard right at the heart of it. More jobs, more capabilities, and more opportunity, with the Mid-Atlantic becoming the true hub of offshore wind for the entire East Coast. Listen, with the Port of Virginia being deepened and widened, with our offshore wind industry, with the naval base and Newport News shipbuilding playing the role that we play, with our maritime industry growing, with a new maritime school that will open in Newport News in partnership with Old Dominion University, we can see the future, and we can see that it is rested in our maritime industry. And that future is incredibly bright. For these reasons, I am so honored to stand here. Milestones like this can happen at the blink of an eye, and we need to stop and celebrate them. Pioneering vision about companies that need to grow and expand, and that is at the heart of what Lyon Shipyard has done for us today. Right here on the Elizabeth River, we are seeing the future. Right here together, we will be at the helm of that future. And I want to say congratulations to the city of Norfolk, congratulations to Hampton Roads, congratulations to Lyon Shipyard, and congratulations to every one of you that makes this place come alive. God bless you, and let's march boldly into the future and make sure that it happens right here in Norfolk and Hampton Roads. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Governor, and good morning. I'm joined by Senator Lionel Sproul, Delegate Jackie Glass, also from the City of Norfolk, Captain Doug Beaver, Sean Washington from our Economic Development, from GNC, Linda Peck is here. Thank you, Linda. Sean Avery from Workforce is here. We've heard from Doug Smith from the Alliance, and also from Bobby Scott's office, John Curtis. Thank you for being here to represent Bobby Scott. Jackie Glass, always good to see you. For nearly a century, Lyon Shipyard has served as an integral part of our region's economy. This $8.5 million investment further signifies and solidifies our city's position as a frontrunner in the ship repair and fleet readiness, adding 134 new jobs. Lyon has been a long-standing partner in our workforce development efforts here in the city of Norfolk. In 2021, Lyon invested $24.1 million to expand its operation here in the city of Norfolk, then creating 119 good-paying jobs. And just last year in Norfolk, Lyon served as the inaugural site for the Well-Known program, where Lyon made more than 20 job offers to mobile welding lab graduates. We continue to be grateful for Lyon for its long-standing commitment to workforce development and to the city of Norfolk. Lastly, I want to add my thanks, as the governor did, to Norfolk's Department of Economic Development, Hampton Roads Alliance, the Virginia Economic Partnership, for supporting this expansion and helping to secure jobs for our residents. And again, congratulations. We look forward to the next 88 years, to the future of Lyon and the city of Norfolk as we grow together. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome Stephen Edwards, CEO and Executive Director of Virginia Port Authority. He has a BS in Transport Management from Aston University in England. Welcome, Stephen.
So good morning, everybody. I stand between you and some prizes, I think, so I'm going to be reasonably quick. So Governor Youngkin, Mayor Alexander, Mr. Kimball, Chelsea, Doug, and Nicole, thank you for joining me today on joining Lyon Shipyard, and congratulations on today. I just wanted to put into perspective for everybody, what do we mean by the offshore wind industry? We talked a lot around what is the offshore wind industry, but 20 days from today, on October the 10th, the first vessel will arrive in Portsmouth that's going to bring in 8 monopiles for the first of those 176 wind turbines. Each one of them is 1,700 tons apiece. So you can think what the scale of what we're going to be constructing. It's a $220 million investment to support Dominion Energy's coastal Virginia offshore wind, and that's going on in Portsmouth today. Dominion is investing $500 million in a vessel that will be home ported in Norfolk for installing these offshore wind farms. So what does that mean for us as a community and the excitement? When I first came to Hampton Roads, it was about 3 years ago, and I was asked, what does the offshore wind industry mean for Hampton Roads? And I honestly didn't know. So it was great now when we see Lyon Shipyard taking advantage of the opportunities. What are those opportunities? From October of this year through March of 2027, there will be 400 vessel calls just delivering cargo and installing cargo. And then you've got the operations and maintenance. And if you've read about what's going on in Fairwinds Landing, you'll know that Dominion is going to run all of those support vessels, all those crewing vessels, all those maintenance vessels are going to come out of Fairwinds Landing. And hopefully you can maintain them all here. So I think there's a great ecosystem coming together, lots of opportunities. It's fantastic to be at the heart of it here. I'm delighted that we're going to take advantage of some economic development grants that we as the port administer that will allow this part of this development to go forward. I wish you great success with the development. I'm excited to be part of it. And again, thank you for inviting me. And over to you, Ken, to explain to everybody what you're doing.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Stephen. And Governor, Mr. Mayor, Madam Secretary, Doug, Stephen, thank you very much for being here today. As we've talked about, 95 years of moving ahead. I don't think George's dad back in 1928 would have visioned what we're seeing today. It was humble beginnings back then. Had 25 employees. Today we have close to 370 employees. The growth has just been phenomenal. We have a good, strong mix of business. And now with the introduction of this 900-ton lift behind me, we've almost doubled our capacity where we were 2 years ago. And moving ahead, the plans are to almost triple that capacity after we get through the next 2 phases. So thank you for everyone out here being partners with us in that endeavor. There's a few folks specifically I'd like to point out or identify who helped us in this process, and just hold your applause. Donna Faniff with VIA Design, she helped us kind of develop the vision for what we did here today. Ray King and Jennifer Kopeka over at Woods Rogers Van Eva Black, dealing with various agencies and in the city and at the state level to help us move forward with this development. Sean Washington, Mike Paris, thank you very much from the City of Norfolk, the Economic Development Group. You've been true partners with us, so we appreciate that. Dan Peterson over at Truist Bank, our lead banker. Without your support and financial well-being, we wouldn't be where we are today. Pete Strauss over Atlantic Union Bank. Again, thank you for helping us purchase the lift. So we appreciate that. And then Kenny Crofton. Where is Kenny? Thank you, Kenny. Crofton Construction did pretty much 95% of the work here on the piers, on the waterfront. So without their partnership and being good friends with us, we wouldn't be able to get it done. We've talked about the past 95 years. So 5 years from now, what's the yard going to look like? That's the exciting part. There's a lot of good things happening here. We have a good, solid team in place. We are positioned to grow in the future. So, Mr. Mayor, hopefully, in the 100-year anniversary, you'll be able to join us.
I'll be here.
As a lifelong Norfolk resident, we look forward to having you. And I think with your stewardship, I have a strong feeling you'll still be mayor in 5 years from now. So thank you. And Governor, again, invitation to you. I know in your position, you're sort of term limited. Not sure what you're doing 5 years from now.
I'll be here.
Okay, well, there we go. So,
Right here.
so,
Birthday party.
so we welcome you back. So again, thanks you everyone for being here today, and I believe we have a flag presentation.
I do. So if we can, and I'd love to, if you mind coming up and
Yep.
everybody come up. Here we go. So one of the great
honors of being governor is not only serving 8.7 million Virginians every day, many of whom I hear from every day, but also welcoming expansions and investments and new jobs. And so as part of that, I'd like to present Lyon Shipyard with a flag from the Commonwealth of Virginia, a flag that has flown over our state capitol, where a lot of work gets done, and a flag that I would ask one thing, that you would fly it at the gates to this facility, and everyone who passes through will know that there is a partnership between the Commonwealth of Virginia and Lyon, and together we are going to keep America moving up and down our waterways. That's my only request. So thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay. I think next up we'll be snipping our ribbon. So everyone should have a pair of scissors underneath their chair.
And these are real.
So don't cut yourself.
So just roll out of the way.
Just rolls out of the way.
Okay, can we do one thing? Can we grab a couple of people work here and have them come up with us?
All right, so now we're looking for volunteers.
For
Some of-
Lyon.
all you guys who work here at Lyon, can some of you come up here and cut this ribbon with us? Because this is about you all. And so anybody who's brave enough to get up here, come on, come on, come on, come on. Who's up in here by the mayor? We're going to get a couple. How you doing? Tell me your name.
Matt McStanley.
Hey, Matt, nice to see you. How long you worked here?
Over a year.
Congratulations. How you doing, sir? Tell me your name. Nice to see you. How long you worked here? Awesome. Really cool. How you doing? My name's Lyon. What's your name? Nick. Nice to see you. How long you worked here? Decade and a half. What are you doing these rookies? You teach them how to do it? I love it. I love it. Nice to see you, sir. I like that shirt. Tell me your name.
James.
Nice to see you. How you doing? Tell me your name. Come on, here we go. We got a couple folks on this side. Let's stop and something here. I'll come over.
Ready?
Listen up, I've done this once or twice, the governor does it probably a dozen, more than I, but look straight ahead, this is the vote opportunity, so don't cut this now.
Cheese, Governor.
The governor's gonna do a countdown, the thumb is down.
And we're going to cut on three, not three then cut, but on three. Okay, ready?
Thumb is down.
1, 2, 3. Yeah!